Over the last few years, the people you see standing behind me have worked tirelessly, along with many members of the staff, in order to tackle an issue that is enormous in its scope, and they have done a phenomenal job. The bills would have provided much needed social justice and a chance to change the status quo. They would have addressed a new industry, the expansion of medical marijuana, and have corrected those social injustices which have primarily infected minority communities. I don't think it can be said enough that much of the work of the men and women you see here today were accomplished, and it means a great deal to me that their voices were recognized and heard. Today we may not be able to get a bill over the finish line, but I'm proud of the efforts that we made and the discussions that we had. It's a big and complicated issue. And the Governor, the Senate, President were true partners in helping move these bills forward, and I know we all remain committed to enacting a fair and responsible legislation that will be groundbreaking and a national model. They did a good job. These are good bills. They accomplish a lot. And I'm proud of the work that we've done and the bills that we've presented. We still have a little bit to go in order to enact the legislation. And we're going to continue to work with the Governor and the Senate President to make sure we get this over the goal line.
As I'm listening to the Speaker, I'm looking at this delegation of members that took a leadership on this issue. And I think the Speaker and I just have tremendous pride. This was not an easy issue. This was an issue that was complex and really, I believe, will be a national model for the rest of the country, for which these members should be very proud, as well as the state of New Jersey. This is an issue that we're going to continue to fight for. We're very close. And it is really, in many respects, no different than other issues like this that we have fought for in the past. Whether it be marriage equality, or today you saw a bill pass ultimately with death with dignity, that the more we talk to the communities, the more we educate the populace, the more comfort there becomes with it. And I think this bill will very much track the same and be very much along those same lines. So I want to thank our members. As Speaker and I could not be more proud. And as we leave here today, the process begins to continue to move this forward.
The bill was always about opportunity and hope. And we're going to continue working because it's that important for our communities. Expungements was always important because we don't want individuals to continue to have that scarlet letter in regards to housing, education, financial aid. So I am so proud of the work that we have done. We were a few votes short. That means we just have to work a little harder. And I thank the staff who gave hundreds of hours of their support to this bill.
I want to thank the Speaker and the Majority Leader for their leadership on this issue. We would not have been this far without their support. It has been a tremendous opportunity working with them on behalf of individuals that I quite frankly represent. When we talk about minorities, when we talk about Hispanics, those who have been hardest hit on the war of drugs, it is painstaking to have them wait some more time. But if you had asked me where we would have been a year ago today, I'm very proud of the moment that we are here today. This is an important moment. We're not disappointed. When you talk about relieving over 200,000 people with new slates, a new record, we knew it wasn't going to be an easy lift. But we are very proud of where we are at today. We would have hoped to have it delivered. But this is what happens when you are dealing with the legislative process. This is an ongoing conversation. This is an ongoing argument. And while we missed the mark today, I'm very proud of the momentum we're going and headed to moving forward.
For me, this bill wasn't always about legalization as much as it was about the social justice in which we were trying to manifest throughout the entire state of New Jersey. So today is just, it's not a hard no. It's just a little bit of a setback and a not yet. And I stand committed and firm with the communities in which I represent that we will receive social justice, and that the communities that have been hardest hit by marijuana criminalization will be made whole, and that our youth will not have to suffer much longer due to the stigma as well as the criminalization of the failed war on drugs. Today, I stand here proudly to say that there was some social justice, and I'm happy that I was here to help with my colleagues. I will continue to fight for what is right for social justice for the state of New Jersey. So again, I thank you all for being here today, and just like everyone else said, this is not a hard no. This is just we have to continue to work for New Jersey to make sure that we do this right and for everyone.
I'm very proud that we're all standing here and everyone has spoken about the legalization end of it as well as the social justice aspect of it, and I'm in total support. But one of the things that truly breaks my heart, though, today, I must say, is that I can't understate it enough, is that A10, which is the expansion of medical marijuana, to me, was the thing that I've been driving for some time, and that's because of a little boy named Jay Koenig. At 7 years old, who died from a very rare form of brain cancer, and we have been trying to fight for what him and his family have been trying to fight for, which is to make sure that he should have had enough of that oil to be able to take home with him instead of the 7 opioids that he had to take, which really wasn't able to let him be himself, which allowed for him to have all kinds of other symptoms and side effects, which really affected his life terribly. But when he had the medical marijuana, he was able to live his life, play his video games, eat the foods that he loved, be able to spend the time, the last days of his life with his family, without anyone actually really even knowing it was his time to die. And that means everything to anyone who's in that position. And so for that, I'm sorry and I'm very sad, but I know we will continue to fight for this. We will get to the other side. And again, I'm proud of everybody here for doing that. And thank you to Jay Koenig's family, to his friends, to everybody who supports this, and to all of you here. Thank you very much, everyone.